Global demand for high-performance, eco-friendly, and synthetic lubricants is accelerating rapidly. To capture a meaningful share of that market, you need physical infrastructure. We are talking about a massive, unforgiving capital expenditure to build a production plant. Many investors step into this phase looking at the wrong metric. They focus entirely on top line, total daily capacity, ignoring how quickly the plant can actually pivot between different product lines. If you commit to the wrong physical geometry on day one, you are guaranteed one of two outcomes: severe production bottlenecks when trying to run custom orders, or stranded, unutilized capacity when demand shifts. This flowchart illustrates the overarching workflow of a lube oil blending plant. It shows the strict linear progression of materials required to get from raw input to final dispatch. The process starts with bulk base oil storage. From there, the oil is heated using thermic fluids to optimize viscosity before moving into the dosing phase where chemical additives are precisely injected. After blending, the product is pumped through high shear homogenization to ensure stability. It then goes through real-time quality control laboratory testing, inline filtration, and finally into automated filling lines. To optimize that entire chain, you have to choose between three foundational plant architectures: automatic batch blending, simultaneous blending, or inline blending. The physical layout you choose today will strictly dictate your operating margins and your market responsiveness for the next decade. Let's start with operations that require a constantly changing product mix. For that, you build around automatic batch blending, or ABB. This cutaway shows the ABB setup's core. Base oils and additives are dosed directly into blending vessels with precision load cells. Inside, an automated system recirculates and heats the product according to specific recipes until quality standards are met. The result of isolating your mixing into these separate vessels is high formulation flexibility. You can execute rapid switchovers and easily accommodate customized customer orders. Depending on the specific setup, this architecture typically processes anywhere from 5 to 200 metric tons per shift. But that flexibility comes with a trade-off. Mixing batch by batch means your maximum hourly throughput will inherently trail behind a continuous system. Furthermore, to support those rapid switchovers without cross-contamination, you have to build out a larger physical footprint of dedicated holding tanks and piping infrastructure. If your strategy relies on a high-margin, customized product portfolio, ABB is the correct engine. If you are trying to scale massive bulk volume, this setup will become a bottleneck. On the opposite end of the operational spectrum is inline blending, or ILB. This architecture is designed for absolute maximum scale. Instead of pumping ingredients into mixing vessels, ILB uses high-precision metering and synchronized headers to blend formulations directly into the pipeline as the fluid moves. This comparison table outlines each technology's profile. By mixing continuously, ILB achieves staggering throughput, pushing 25 to 100 metric tons per hour. That volume allows you to bypass holding tanks and pump finished lubricants directly into shipping tankers. The rigid trade-off here is that ILB destroys operational agility. If you need to run small, bespoke orders or pivot to a niche market trend, an inline system is highly inefficient. It is the ultimate tool for national distributors pushing standard bulk fluids, but it leaves an operation vulnerable if market demand shifts toward variety. The modern industrial solution to this tension between throughput and agility is the Simultaneous Blending Unit, or SBU. SBUs combine skid-mounted loops with a series of shared headers. Raw materials are pumped from dedicated storage tanks through these headers in precise, controlled ratios. This setup bridges the gap. It reaches the continuous speed of an inline system operating at 5 to 80 metric tons per hour, while maintaining the formulation flexibility of a batch plant. Since products share the same headers, preventing cross-contamination is critical. This is solved by intelligent pigging systems. A mechanical peg is driven through the pipeline, scraping it clean and pushing residual product into a designated tank, minimizing slop oil and speeding up changeovers. The major operational trade-off of an SBU is the complexity of managing it. You cannot run this manually. It requires a sophisticated, zero-fault digital environment. This interface shows the fully PLC-controlled architecture needed to run an SBU. It digitally tracks pipeline status, raw materials, and overall plant efficiency. Centralized motor control and automated safety interlocks are mandatory to prevent human error during blending. Successfully integrating heavy mechanical piping with this layer of digital automation requires a single-source turnkey EPC provider for end-to-end design and commissioning. Relying on a unified provider allows for modular, skid-mounted fabrication, avoiding the logistical risks and delays of piecemeal local contracting. An SBU offers the ultimate market advantage, but only if the investor commits to top-tier digital plant automation and holistic engineering. This chart maps your capital expenditure decision. We plot your required product variety against your total throughput needs. Scenario 1. Agile startups or specialty synthetic brands requiring highly custom formulations and quick batch switchovers. If you sit here, your recommendation is automatic batch blending. You accept a limit on bulk daily throughput to gain maximum flexibility. Scenario 2 focuses on large-scale national distributors filling tankers with a limited range of standard lubricants. For this, you build inline blending. You lack operational pivoting capability, but you capture massive volume. Scenario 3 applies to scaling operations needing both high throughput and the ability to switch lines without massive downtime. Here, the recommendation is simultaneous blending, emphasizing the mandatory commitment to advanced automation and pigging. Whether you choose ABB, SBU, or ILB, your facility must be engineered for modularity to allow for phased future expansions. The physical steel is only half the plant. Profitability hinges on waste reduction, automation, and zero-compromise safety. Partnering with a turnkey firm like Fossilwood ensures the facility meets rigorous international API, SAE, and ISO lubricant standards. Align your architectural geometry with your market strategy today to ensure your plant becomes a high-margin asset.